And the more and more I played Valhalla, I was starting to appreciate the thoughtful design that went into making kind of these weapons viable. And you know what it brought me back to is I remember I heard the term years ago playing World of Warcraft. And in World of Warcraft, there's a thing called stance dancing. And if I remember right, this is pulling way back in my memory. It has to do with warriors and like what warriors did to go into a rage, to turtle up. Like there's all these like things of like switch to this and then switch to that so you could do this. I was not good at stance dancing in World of Warcraft, but strangely enough, in my opinion, Guild Wars 2 had a similar concept with the Elementalists. Because you control different elements fire, earth, air, and water they each did different things. So, water healed, the earth powers slowed people down. Fire kind of obviously burned people, but did it a dot, a damage over time. And you could like mix and match these things, and it was literally a button press. And when I was playing Guild Wars 2, I kind of got into this like, oh, if I do this, and then go to this element and do this, and then go to this element, there's this, and there was like a penalty to go to the last element you did. So you had to like rotate and think, okay, if I go to Earth, slow them down, or stick them in place, freeze the enemies in place with rocks, then I could burn them. Then maybe I'll do the water thing that'll hit everybody around, and then go to air. And air was really move faster, and there was a couple things. Anyway, it was that kind of stuff. But I was having this feeling playing Valhalla. Believe me, I know there's a point. there was this feeling when I was playing Valhalla of stance dancing. I'm using the axe. Yes, I use the runic attack. My cooldowns, whatever. But I really need to tear into this enemy or boss or whatever. So I need to switch to my Blades of Chaos because they're much faster and they're more of a medium range weapon. I don't need to throw it. I can hit people far away. Really more of a, in my opinion, like a DPS thing. Do that. The spear would stun people. So when you would stun people, you were able to do all that faster and better. And it kind of like made me get back into that mode, good or bad how I was, of stance dancing of, okay, I got to switch to this. I got to switch to the spear and stick them a bunch so that way I can slam it on the ground, pop them up. Then I can run over there with the blades while they're popped up and just sling the blades on them, do a bunch of fire damage. Maybe they catch on fire and get fire damage. Then maybe go back to the axe, do a ground pound, like really get in, maybe do some runic attacks. All that kind of stuff in Valhalla made me appreciate combat more, and I'll say that.